Hey everyone, this is GKE715. Welcome back to my Let's Play on The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. In the last episode, we beaten Catfish's mom. We got the hook shot and as well gotten the Wind Marimba from defeating the Slime Eel. But at the same time, the Slime Eel, gave us some kind of a verbal warning about the island. But really, we're not gonna be listening not one single thing about these monsters. But we gotta move on forward. And now that we have the hook shot, we can actually go in, or at least now we can finally access that little how to say, we can now access the mermaid statue that has been evading us for some time. There you go. There you go. That's like stun those those bus blobs. Oh, let's go over here. There you go, but now we go over here, in fact. Let's go look over here, in fact. Like this. Whoa! Do not touch bus blobs. Anyways, let's go open this let's check this mermaid statue. You put the missing scale in the mermaid statue. With that opens up that opens up this entrance. What the? Okay, I can't see anything. What the hell? Alright, we got the magnifying lens. This will reveal many things that you couldn't see before. And the magnifying lens, it actually works very similarly to the lens of truth. Because of what it does. Yeah, we can now see the monsters that were previously invisible. And because now we're now powerful enough, we can actually now because we're now powerful, we can now actually hurt the R mimics now at long last. So we're no longer like weaklings to what we were before. Anyways, though, that does it. With that, we have the magnifying lens, which now we can see things a lot far more better than what we could previously. Anyways, let's go over here. And actually, because we have the magnifying lens, we can actually see a couple things that were there. Because, if we go I dreamed that I turned into a carrot last night. What an odd dream. Okay, that's weird. What about you? Little Marin, I want her to come back again. Her song is the best. I guess the animals, has had their gig already with her. Eh? How can an animal talk? Hey, I'm just a rabbit. I don't know. Alright, let's go in here. Because in this room, Logo's in here. Hey, you can see me? You must have a magnifying glass. I'm not a troublemaker. I just want to live in peace. I'll give you this if you promise to keep your mouth shut. And with this, we got a secret seashell from a Zora. A promise, okay? Hey, you should head out to the cave at Tarambo Shores. Use the magnifying glass in there and you'll find someone else like me. Yeah. That was at least the only instance, one of the few rare instances where you see where a river Zora is friendly. I mean, in the past, Zoras used to be friendly, but of course, over the years, they seem to have mutated it thanks, to Ganon's evil presence. Let's over here. There is a secret seashell in this area, I think. Which I think is probably up at the top of the Yarna Desert, right up here, where we fought the Land Mola. Let's see. It's not over there. Where is it? I swear, I'm trying to find that secret seashell, and it can get pretty annoying. When you have to look for them specifically. It's weird. No, it's not any skulls. Where is it then? It's in here? That's bizarre. Yeah, I'm trying to look around, like, you know, for secret seashell, which is around here in Yarna Desert. And actually, I believe there are at least, like, 3 of them. There's three of these, like, of these secret seashells. So we only got, like, 1 of them in here from Yarna Desert. Yeah. Let's see. Anything here? I'm gonna have to keep digging, which I hate digging, but of course, that's what we gotta do. Anyways, while we're digging all that stuff, you know, I actually hope you got. You know, I don't know if you guys did not notice, but I actually ended up putting a post on my YouTube where, you know, if you guys want me to do a Q&A, you know, questions and answers. Like, I mean, I'm willing, you know, to answer a couple of questions from you guys, so, you know, so that way I can connect myself with you guys more further. But, you know, really, I'm not really sure, you know, if you really want me to do a Q&A or not. That's why I always end up asking if y'all would like me to do a Q&A. I ask first, and you guys should receive. Where the heck is it? Yeah, this is weird. Hold on, I'll be right. I need to check something. Be right back. Okay, I remember now. Turns out you're supposed to play the Ballad of the Windfish. Arf, arf, arf. Marin. Link? And we get a secret seashell from the walrus. Oh, that's nice. Alright, well with that we have 24 of them. And I believe there should be another like secret seashell in Yarna Desert. Another one here, so y'all gotta get to see Pokies again. So let's knock these guys down. Yeah. Actually, what's funny though, I don't know if you guys did not know this though, but Pokies, at least in some cases, they used to be like a thing like green. They used to be green, I believe, in the older games, but nowadays they're yellow, which is a more common color. Do we need to bomb this? You guys, let's go with eyes. No, it's not the only one. It's not the only one. Oh, wait a minute. There's probably one here hidden. Leave me alone, you lever. I do not like levers, so leave me alone. Yes, I had to make that leave me alone joke. Alright, that's another secret seashell. With that, that nails us at 25 secret seashells, and that's all the ones here at Yarna Desert, so that's all of them. So now let's go like and move out to another area where we can find like more secret seashells. Because I want to get at least like 30 of them before we head off to the next dungeon. Let's see here. Where's a good place that we can go to collect the other seashells? Actually, I need to check something. Actually, in fact, systems. No, not load. No. I need to use the Mambo's Mambo in order to swim. Back at Martha's Bay, I believe, or... No, wait. I think there may be one, maybe there's one at the ghost house, I think, or at the house where the ghost, like, was at previously. Let's see here. Right here, I think. Let me see. Is it here? Nope, we already got it. That's the one. I just want to make sure, like, you know, what are the ones that I already got my hands on. Yeah, I mean, by the way, get ready. You know, this episode's gonna be like mostly just about like collecting a couple of secret seashells and all that stuff. You know, I'd rather collect them before we do the bot or fight the like the dungeon. Also, little trick against the monkey. Yep, we can knock him off like from his tree and defeat him permanently. Which of course that gets rid of the monkey for good. And also, according to the Zora, there was a guy here at Tarambo Shores, which is like him. So let's go enter one of these caves. And here he is. This is the one. This is a gorilla. I found a good item washed up on the beach. I'll trade it for you for what you have in your X or Y button. If you want to trade, press X or Y, and if you don't press B. Okay, let's do it. If you want the item you turn me again, come back. And with this, we have a boomerang, which you can exchange it, for whatever item that we had in our hands. And the boomerang, it lets us stun people. But once we reach a certain point, I feel like we do not need the shovel. But for now, I do need the shovel. But anyway, so the gorilla. Now, for those who do not know what a gorilla is a type of monster from the older Zelda games. They have been around since the very, very first like Zelda game. I'll sell you your shovel back. Oh, yeah, I can buy it. Alright, we got our shovel back, so with that... Yeah, with that, we have a shovel and a boomerang, which is nice. Please don't throw away my boomerang, or do, I guess. Yeah, so with the gorilla, if you don't know, gorillas are enemies that were originally from the very first Zelda game. You know, their main attack gimmick was, of course, throwing boomerangs. That was like their main gimmick. And back in the first Zelda game, there were at least 3 types of gorillas, or at least 3 types. There was the regular red gorillas, the blue ones, and also there was also an unnamed character called the Hungry Gorilla. The Hungry Gorilla, the only way to move him aside was, well, of course, you have to give him some food, and of course he'll move aside. So you know, y'all need to remember that as well. But anyways, let's see around here. All right, with that we already got like our some goodies from the gorilla. So we got over here. I don't think that there's not a secret seashell in this area. I think. Let's see around here we can find. I'm trying to look around. You know, what can I find around here? Actually, there is another secret seashell. You know that we have not exactly like picked up yet. There we go. Back at the mysterious forest, I believe there is one. No, there's not one around here. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope. Oh, gotta grab this rupee. There we go. Oh, and also the boomerang can also do this too. Which, it can grab items from far away, like that. It can grab them, and it can also stun enemies, hurt them. And it can also cut grass too, which is really interesting how I can do that. Or, yeah, like at least like you know, bushes like that, which is also pretty sharp and fascinating at the same time. Because you know, normally boomerangs cannot do stuff like that. I'll be honest. Let's jump over here. Now we go in here. If y'all remember in the beginning, look at this. There's a piece of heart here that's been taunting at us for sitting there for too long. So now that we have the hook shot, we can do this. There we go. With this, we have a piece of heart from that, and of course, we'll have eventually a new heart container, which is gonna be like really useful. There we go. Grab this garden acorn, and let's see, like, we know where we can move out to. Let me see. I'm gonna look around a little where we can find the other secret seashells in the other areas that we've been missed. Okay, there is actually another area where there are secret seashells, of course. Another one. There we go. Alright. There's like a lot of these guys around all over this place. Wow. No, I think we already got this. Yeah, I think we already got the one in this area, so that's interesting. Up here, there's an owl essentially we already checked out in this area, of course. Oh, I can't believe I actually skipped this chest for like almost the entire game. And there's only 50 rupees. Boring. Yeah, yeah. At this point though, like money isn't really like necessary because one though, Like, what's the point of money when, you're so powerful at this point. You don't really need money. Like, at all. You don't need it. Yeah. Anyways, let's get like a move on around here. We really cannot get rid of these Gaponga flowers. If only we have Bow Wow with us, it would have been like better. But of course, he's back at home. Back at home with his. Wait. Un momento. Hold on. There is a if I recall correctly, yes, there is a at least a secret seashell right there. There we go. That is our 26th secret seashell. See if there are any other like secret seashells that that I am missing, of course. Okay, may as well actually head to the Tabal Wastelands, because in the Tabal Wastelands there is one over there. So I better like check the area before we we head out. Ow! Looking crows. It is probably in this tree. No, it's not in the tree. Oh, there it is. You have to dig it. All right, that is our 27th, like our 27th one. Excuse me. All right. We got some guineas of all things in here. Be careful, you don't touch them. These are like pretty powerful enemies. In fact, and I do mean like really powerful. Like they're like some of the most powerful enemies in the entire game. But with a a piece of power and also like the red tunic makes it like so much powerful that really these guys are barely even a threat. There you go. I'll take that fairy. And I don't think there's not a secret seashell here, is it? No, there is not one, because we already got the one in this area. Might as well like go around and look, see what we got. What do we have around here? Actually, what about Candlelit Castle? Because I mean, well, there's nothing much for us down there, but we could check. Oh god. Alright. We'll get rid of these guys. Oh, fell down. I hate it when you fall down in a game like this. Wait. There's a secret seashell nearby. Where? Is it at the top or where? Hold on. Nope, it is actually right around this area right here. Get out. Okay. Maybe it's in a tree? Nope. No. Yep, it's there. Alright, well that is our 28th. Our 28th like secret seashell. That's good. And actually, alright, let's go like run very quickly to Candlelit Castle, like very quick, in fact, because pretty soon I'm gonna have to go. In fact, I got like 10 minutes, so 10 minutes at least in my time, so I better like hurry up. I guess if we go this way over here, this way over there. Oh wait, no wait, I remember now. Hookshot. I just realized hookshot. And I believe over here, if we swim right over there. Go over here, in fact. There should be a secret seashell right around here, I think. Last time I remember. Yep, there's one. If you see, look on the water. Right there is, this right there is our 29th, like secret seashell. And now we're about to head back because we'll find, we're gonna head back because now we can find our 30th like secret seashell, and then we can move on. There's also something really interesting I forgot to mention to you guys, if you guys didn't know. I can't jump back. Dang it. Okay. Well, we can get this at least. That's nice. Anyways. as I was saying again, while we're swimming, I don't know if you guys not knew this, but Link's Awakening was also released on another handheld device. If you guys do not know, prior before like having a Switch re-release, Link's Awakening was re-released this time in a special edition, like Nintendo product called a Game and Watch. Specifically, there was a Game and Watch edition of the Legend of Zelda, which included Zelda 2, the very first Zelda game, and Link's Awakening, all of which were originally in handheld devices. And yes, I'm not kidding. The first Zelda game was also on the Game Boy Advance. For those who don't know. But Link's Awakening was at one point on that too. So you could have also beaten the game there too. With that we have our 30th Secret Seashell. Now let's go and warp to the Secret Mansion, or not the Secret Mansion, the well, not the like the seashell mansion. Yeah, the mansion. Let's go over there and head back. Because now it's time to turn in our last and final, or not our final, really, our 30th like reward. Let's go here. We have a Chamber Stone. Holding it gives you an eerie feeling. The Chamber Stones. These are actually a new item that's introduced here. That's introduced in this game. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna explain what do Chamber Stones do. For that, we need to meet up with a certain gravekeeper in order to get some answers out of him. But I will have to cover him in the next episode. So, with that, guys, I'll see you guys in the next episode where we of course continue on looking for a couple of extra seashells before we head out to the next dungeon, which is located in or at least look for a shrine in specific. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next episode. So, until then, peace out.